it's almost 7, so we're going to look at this next couple things, and then we're going to go take a break and eat. But characteristics of a high-producing organization. Now, Likert, does that name sound familiar? Have you ever heard of Likert scale? And you've seen it. It's the 5-point scale, very poor to excellent, and in the middle is average somewhere. Okay, so the Likert scale, he's the inventor of the Likert scale. Characteristics of high-producing organization. Favorable attitudes toward organization and the work. There's a mutual confidence and trust throughout the whole organization. Okay, does that describe, what kind of organization does that describe? Usually it's organic, where you use the brains of the people to make decisions and make an impact, right? And all this is on the website. High sense of involvement and achievement of goals. And there's a sense of dissatisfaction if the goals are not achieved. So you're trying to build a culture. This is what that culture should look like. Does that make sense? Now, how do you get there? How would you get there? Well, I mean, culture is the slowest thing to fix. It's the hardest thing to fix. But it's the thing that has to be fixed. Remember the mobile I showed you? The culture is the second step. You know, after leadership. It can't happen before leadership. Leadership has to be fixed first, and then you can fix culture. But it takes a while to fix that. And a lot of what Demings will say is that management's a problem. And so if you want to fix something, fix management first. Organization effectively harnesses motivational concepts. Well, there's a lot of motivational concepts we read about, right? So you got to harness those. You got to figure out which ones work. Okay? Tightly knit functional social system. People like each other and want to help each other. Remember, we can have really bad norms, so we got to fix that first, and we work on teamwork. Measures for self-guidance. Now, management by objectives, what are the measures for? It's for the organization, right? You're managing from the organizational perspective, from the manager's perspective. And so what the characteristic of a high-producing organization is the people use the measures to fix themselves. And if you've been in manufacturing facilities where you've seen control charts, it's not for the engineer to go in and fix as much as it is for the worker to fix. Right? I mean, you've seen them probably before a couple places. But let's pretend like that's X bar bar, and you have these dots. Okay. Now, if you were working a piece of machinery and you started seeing this, what would this tell you? Yeah, because the upper control limits were starting to go past the upper control limits. So that tells you something. It may tell you that your machinery needs to be sharpened, your bits need to be sharpened. It may tell you that other things are going on. But the point is that these measures are for self-guidance, because you can fix them quicker if you can see them. And so you have to have all kinds of measures. But the high-producing organization measures for self-guidance. If you're looking at customer satisfaction, you want the person who's looking at the satisfaction of customer and providing the service to the customer to see how that customer satisfaction is changing, right? If you're looking at a project and you're a project manager, you want to see whether you're going whether you're spending more money you should, whether you're spending more time you should. So the measures are for you to control your actions as a worker. And so that's a measure of a high-producing organization.